and then Cindy.
Good morning. I'm Judy Farrell, Program Analyst for MMCRC. And Cindy?
I'm Cindy Buckner, Program Analyst with MMCRC as well. And I'm not sure who gets to go next. Who's the lucky one?
Good, Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Sharp, and I'm the Program Coordinator for the Manufactured Home Replacement Program with Energy Trust of Oregon. And I'll pass it over to Nikki.
Hello, so my name is Nikki Orlinetta, and I'm also Program Navigator for the Manufactured Home Replacement Program with Energy Trust. Is there somebody else that
Rachel,
we're missing? Rachel.
Hi all, I'm Rachel Bidu with the Network for Oregon Affordable Housing, and I'm going to stay off camera because I'm at the conference.
And then Talia, you just jumped in.
Hey everyone, Talia Concrevis. I'm the Assistant Director of Homeownership Programs here at OHCS, and it's my first time at this meeting.
Cool. I think that's everybody. Carrie.
I think Jody Lyon didn't get to go.
Oh, Jody, I'm sorry.
Jody Lyon, Executive Director for the Oregon Manufactured Housing Association.
Thank you, everybody. And I hope everybody got the agenda I emailed out. If not, I can try to share it in the chat. I apologize, I was not at the last meeting. And I believe the committee chair was discussed at the last meeting. But I wanted to bring it back to this meeting as well to see if committee members wanted to talk about it some more, bring it back to the table.
I don't want to interrupt, but I also want to acknowledge that Alex from CASA joined us.
Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Sorry, I was on the phone, but I wasn't able to hear anything. So thanks for having me.
So James put that information on the chat.
Thank you, James. Okay, if there's no comments on the committee chair, I guess we can move to the next agenda item, an update on the MH replacement program. For 2023, since we're kind of closing that out, 2023 to 2025, since we're kind of closing that out and moving into this current biennium. I wanted to update the committee on how many homes we were able to replace with the 23-25 funding. We replaced 21 manufactured homes for the last biennium. And those projects are, the last couple are underway and finishing up. The 25-27 funding is about 20% less than what we received the last biennium. So we're anticipating replacing between 15 and 17 homes with the lower funding and anticipated cost increases with the cost of replacement homes and construction prices. So that is where we're at for the next biennium. Rick?
Yeah, Everett, can you, I know we spoke yesterday, but talking about cost increases, can you just kind of go over what you're seeing? If that's all right, whatever you're comfortable with.
Sure. From talking with the home dealers and maybe Jody can help out with this too. Um, there's been like about a 5 to 7% increase in home prices that's either in process or going to happen very shortly, which is driving the costs up. I think we're seeing construction materials kind of level off, and hopefully they'll still stay this way. We'll kind of see what happens in the next quarter as far as that goes. And labor costs have seemed to have stabilized too, but um, that can change, especially going into this next quarter. So we got to keep our eye on that. So I think what we're going to ultimately have to do is we've been fortunate enough to have Echo dollars to subsidize our loans with the energy grants. Um, I think we're going to have to up our loan amounts to keep pace with the cost of construction. Hopefully, it's only about $10,000, $10 to maybe $15,000. We'll kind of see. I think as soon as we close out, we're going to take applications through the end of October, and then they'll go through the selection. So as we see these 25 to 27 projects happen, we're going to probably get a good gauge of where we're at in terms of price and what our loan amounts will be. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on something that we can stretch that to closer to 17 to 18 homes um, with the addition of the Echo dollars. Um, and hopefully, maybe even stretch that with the addition with the grant amounts increasing after the allocation of the replacement loan money to 125,000. Maybe we can squeeze another maybe 10, maybe 12 more in for the biennium. I'm going to be really optimistic and say 15 more for that biennium, but we'll see where we go from there. Any questions?
Yeah,
Eddie?
is that the 10 and 15,000, is that for single and double wide?
Say again,
Like
I'm not
for-
sure what your question is.
Like, the 10 and 15,000, is that across the board? Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, okay, just want to make sure. And then, our incentives could be helping in that too, so.
What are the Echo dollars that you're discussing that are subsidizing the loans? Heard that before.
Those are the dollars that we are coming to us from the utilities.
Oh, okay.
We increased that energy grant, the OHCS energy grant. I think when was that, in September? From 25,000 to 50,000 per grant, which when we combine it with our replacement loan, helps stretch the replacement loan dollars farther.
I got another question. What is the timeline for reviewing the applications, and when are you guys thinking that the grant would be available after?
We're extending the new applications, accepting new applications till the end of October. And we will begin reviewing applications after that date. We want folks to have a chance to get their applications in until, till the very last minute before we review any of them. We'll take, however many we receive and review them all at the same time. And then for folks that are applying for the energy grant alone without the replacement loan, I don't know. When do you think we'll be fully allocated with the loan dollars? Probably within a few months. I imagine right after the first of the year, we'll probably be looking at solo energy grants.
Thank you.
Everett?
Yeah, just FYI for folks in the committee, we're sitting at 72 applications, and we've been taking them since the beginning of August. One thing to realize is we require 3 documents to be submitted with that application. One is a cost or demo bid to demo the current home, the price of the new home, and the site work bid. So oftentimes it takes a little bit longer to get a contractor out to get those bids in. So the application process isn't just filling out a piece of paper and submitting it. It's getting those 3 documents to submit with your application. So it's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. And just the fact that there's only X amount of contractors that work in the manufactured arena. Some of these contractors are getting bid fatigue, and so their willingness to run right out and give a bid isn't what it used to be. So it's slowed down the application process.
Any other questions? Okay. The next item on the agenda is price grant update. We don't have much of an update other than we're still waiting. And we don't know how long we will be waiting for information. I don't know if Shauna or Rick want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, other than,
Yeah.
you know, we had up to 5 years to utilize the funds. Realistically, we have, I mean, this thing could be out there a year or a couple of years before we know anything. Not to say it's going to be that long. It's just that we're not in control of that end of it. Once we know we can move forward with funds, we will. But at this point, we just don't have any kind of solid foundation to stand on to say this program will move forward or not. So we're all waiting for the same thing, and that's just word on what's happening. And that's all I have.
Yeah, just to clarify, there's an amendment that's being required by HUD for the governor to sign, and I guess her office is in the process of looking at it. I don't know what they do, but something. So we're just waiting to hear if we don't get the money until the amendment is signed.
Rachel, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about that amendment and if there's any way that we can put any pressure on anyone to get that through and what needs to happen for the funds to be deployed.
There's a class action lawsuit. And our attorney general has joined it with the other people that have gotten, had been granted price funds and then were required to sign the amendment. And that's about all we have right now. We don't get any information from HUD or from the governor's office about it. But I can send you, Rachel, there's a news article that I saw, and I can forward that to you
That would be
about
great. Thanks.
the lawsuit.
Thank you.
Sean, if you can find the link, maybe post it to this chat.
Yes, I'll do that now.
Thanks.
Okay. If there aren't any other questions about price, we can move on to the MH Park Preservation Program update. I don't know if maybe either Talia or Rick want to update the committee on that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Originally, we were going to our shop was going to manage that program, but the program was moved over to the development side of homeownership because it is development, and so I will. Not sure what you have to discuss, Talia. If you have anything, if not, that's okay, and we'll just save that for a future date. But anything you can help us out with?
Sure, yeah, I can share an update about that. So yeah, the park preservation funds, currently we're just meeting with stakeholders, anybody that's used the preservation funds in the past. So if you're interested in a conversation about that, please let me know. And just hearing your insight and perspective on how it's worked for you, and if you have any projects in the pipeline and are thinking about accessing the small legislative investment that we got for this biennium. It's just $2.5 million. But we will be adding it into every year. We do a homeownership development NOFA, which includes LIFT homeownership funds. It includes access to OAHTC, so Oregon Affordable Housing Tax Credit. We'll have some pre-development funds in there. And so then preservation, manufactured home park preservation funds will be included in that NOFA, and that, thank you, James, that will launch towards the end of January 2026. And we'll have an application process where you can come in and tell us that you're interested in the funds, and then we'll walk you through the rest of it. And we don't expect that the application will change, like the pieces that you used to have to do for the preservation applications to change much. It's just that you're accessing it through you're not accessing it through the ORCA, it's just through the homeownership development NOFA. It just means you're looking at a different website for information. So we'll be coming out with plenty of information before that launches. And I'll put my contact in the chat if you're interested in chatting about the program at all. And happy to answer any questions now too. Thank you, James, for spelling out all the acronyms.
Talia, this is Rachel again. I was wondering, with this move, does that mean that the funding sources will be the same, or will there be an increase in funding sources such as utilization of LIFT for as an award?
Yeah, good question. The funding sources are still the same. LIFT currently through our program cannot be used for preservation. It could be used if you are preserving a park and then adding new homes onto the park or developing out a new portion of the park, but it won't work to for preservation of existing units.
And would those homes have to be owned, or would those homes be available for? Maybe I'll just talk to you after.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Happy to answer questions. And I think I'm planning on. I actually had planned on talking to Bill about this today, but we moved our meeting to maybe Housing Oregon or the week after. So maybe you just want to join that conversation as well.
That sounds good. I'll ask Bill to add me. Thanks.
Awesome.
Any other questions about park preservation? Okay, well, that's all that we have on our agenda today. Unless anybody has anything they want to bring to the committee, give everybody back half hour of their time.
I'll email everyone the article.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested in as far as what the chair responsibilities are, let us know and we'll send you information out on that as well. And you can contact Carrie or Shauna or myself on that. If not, thank you very much, everyone, for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
See you in a couple of months.
All right. I was trying to type as fast as I could catch. I'm hearing Carrie wrap it up. I'm like, oh, I miss Carrie though. Anyway, usually we have our after meeting and, I mean, unfortunately these MHAC meetings are getting shorter and shorter because we don't, have a lot to discuss and I just see we're still recording. Could someone stop recording? Thanks, Cindy. I just saw that. Yeah, how do we stop that? Can anybody do it?
Carrie has to do it.
Okay, why don't we
Maybe,
just jump? Go ahead. What?
maybe we
Let's
just end
leave.
this and jump.
Let's just jump and then I'll
Yeah.
connect with Sean. I'll connect with you. Then we'll just start inviting people. Oh, there's Carrie.
Okay, great.
Oh wait.
We'll leave.
Hey, Carrie, can you stop recording?